above the Apollo core. This whole area contains Apollo supportive systems with the AI core itself at the center. Apollo prevented Samuels from lifting the lockdown remotely, but once you're inside, he made sure he'll at least talk to you.
Hey everyone, it's Grant back here. Welcome back to some more Alien Isolation Nightmare mode. This is the start of mission 13. Just once we get off the tram, I'm just going to search this room here. Sometimes you'll find some supplies in these crates. Flashlight batteries, which I have plenty of. See if I can free up a spot for them. Get rid of the old one that I was using. But yeah, sometimes you'll find some stuff in these crates. Usually not a whole lot, since our nightmare. So to search that room, basically we're going to be getting to the Apollo core in this mission. Obviously the androids are still the main enemies, and we are actually going to be coming across advanced form of them in a little bit here. We'll get to that. I'll get to that in a little bit once we get there. Anyways, we go through here.
You've got to be shitting me.
This is basically like a security system. We're not allowed to
I'll bet.
bring weapons in, so we'll have to give up our weapons. So the flamethrower, shotgun, and we do get those back later on in the next mission, actually. So it won't be too long until we do it.
Apollo core access elevator offline. Primary Apollo systems inaccessible.
Ricardo, the way-in's blocked off.
The schematics they use for the Sevastopol sales tour should be nearby. See if there's a back door.
So we're gonna go right here because we don't have the passcode to the door. We just go in here and hit the button, interact with it.
Okay, let's see. There's a power conduit that links to the Apollo core. I can use that.
You think you'll fit?
Turn off the electrics, take some deep breaths, squeeze. Easy.
I'm not coming up there to pull you out if you get stuck.
Alright, so we basically have to power down the conduit. Now that's our next objective, and the passcode is right there in the red, I guess marker or whatever I want to call it. It's 4930. So just type that in and we'll be able to get into here.
Huddling up to a live conduit is gonna hurt though, right?
I'll have to power it down first.
I think here, I think we're supposed to go right first, then left. I usually just refer to where where that light green bar is pointing to. But I think you're really supposed to go this way first. What we have to do is just head down the hall and first search this room here. Sometimes there might be an item or so in here, but it looks like there isn't anything this time, so that'll happen. We're just going to run down this hall here, and we're going to go into this room. We're basically going to be powering down that first conduit.
Great. It's cheap. There's something wrong with your synthetics. The team I requisitioned to acid strip lower habitation just stopped in their tracks. They barked something about a hazard containment order, tried to get into my control booth, and then just marched.
Ricardo, conduit's offline for now.
I've pulled up the Apollo schematics here. It looks like you can get to the access through the turbine shaft. There'll be an emergency shut-off nearby, but it won't stay off forever. You have to get inside quickly.
I'll play this again, since usually if another...
Great. It's cheap. There's something wrong with your synthetics. The team I requisitioned to acid strip lower habitation just stopped in their tracks. They barked something about a hazard containment order, tried to get into my control booth, and then just marched off. I know I always complain about those spooky bald bastards, but now I've got proof their wiring's faulty. I've got a meeting with your boss Spedding tomorrow, and I'm gonna kick some ass. So when he starts kicking your ass, well, it's coming from me.
So yeah, I probably should have waited when I played that video recorder, because I knew when I used the access tuner to power down that first conduit that Ricardo was going to chip in with some dialogue. So it is what it is. I just played it again though. It didn't take too long. Anyway, now we got to go into here now. Let's power down the other conduit here. Just looking around to make sure I'm not missing anything to grab. Here's another little mini game got to do. We've been pretty much doing these throughout the game, so at this point they're pretty easy and just straightforward.
Turbines off. Way should be clear.
You better run. If Apollo systems overheat, they'll reboot.
So here you actually have to run.
Structure clear. Initializing turbine.
You'll have to redo it. It's really easy to get to.
This is gonna be tight.
Good luck. Ripley. You go deeper into Apollo and your radio signal's getting faint. I'm gonna lose you soon.
Great. Just keep them crossed for me, huh?
There's gonna be lots of Joes down there. Could be dangerous.
Samuel sacrificed himself so I could get here. I've gotta try.
I thought he was a pretty nice guy for a synthetic.
Me too. Ricardo, the main entrance is locked. Any idea what to do next?
I can't hardly hear you, Ripley. Your signal's just chipping in fake. Fixed fake.
Ricardo? For Christ's sake. If you can hear me, find another way to make contact. Something's up with my earpiece.
So anyways, you basically just go through that vent there and just kind of follow the path that I did. It's really dark, so I obviously suggest having your flashlight on, and eventually you'll jump down into this room here. That's the Apollo core, but the door's locked, so we're going to have to take the right hemisphere servers. Hey, that's the way we're supposed to go. Anyways, I wanted to see, I've been picking up some items. Lately I am full on Molotov still, so we'll make use of that for a little later. Looks like I can't craft anything though. I'm just going to save it real fast though. This is when we're going to be encountering those upgraded androids. I've heard people call them like Super Joes, like they're basically the androids in the orange hazmat suits that I mentioned back in Mission 1. That one is always scripted to like be right there walking as you go through the door. He's going to be walking like through some gas. It doesn't affect them at all. So this is actually where we pick up the gas mask right here. So now we can basically enter the hazardous areas where gas is, and we won't take any damage or anything. We won't die quickly. I'm actually going to go back this way for a second. We're supposed to go this way. I wanted to pick up the gas mask first, and I wanted to just go through here really quick, because sometimes usually there will be like an item or two you can find in here. So I just wanted to take a quick look around. Usually I like to stay crouched in this section for the most part, because basically those Super Joes, they have pretty good hearing, like like regular androids, but I just like to be safe and just stay crouched. And obviously you want to be crouched, especially like if you're really near them. But if like you're in a separate room like this where there aren't any of them, you're probably okay to just walk. But I would just crouch back down again. Anyways, we're just gonna go through here. So you really want to avoid these guys. I mean, because we don't have anything to like deal with them. So we really just want to like try to stay undetected. There is going to be a weapon that we're going to actually get in the next mission that's going to be really effective against them, but we don't have that yet. So we just have to just stay quiet and just kind of sneak through here. So they are advanced kind of working Joes. Obviously, I just call them Super Joes for short. None of that one just saw me. If that happens, and sometimes it does, usually I just get up and just walk. Run, and once you do all trapped auto runs, so it's best to just try to just walk. The good thing about these like Super Joes is that they actually walk slower than the regular ones. So it'll take them a little bit to catch up to you, but it doesn't mean you should. They, like catch you and they get a hold of you, they can do a lot of damage.
Left hemisphere server bank now active. Right hemisphere server bank now active.
Anyways, we had to use the access tuner there. I'm gonna try to go back and try to reduce this Android. This little disaster is not how I wanted this to go, but I'm gonna hopefully try to make this work still without what we have to do now is
Okay. For power these up, one of them should give me access to Apollo security banks.
activate these computers. Yeah, usually this never goes like this for me. So you have to go to this one over here after activating it. We've got 3 of those computers that I just had, and usually I do a lot better with that part without the Android seeing me, but sometimes it's just if one of them spots you like that one did in the run. The first one that saw me, and it's just it's pretty hard to lose them. Sometimes you can lose them completely if you're able to get ahead of them and you're able to get into one of the rooms that have a locker in it and you can just hide in that, but didn't work out that way this time for me. So but anyways, we're at the Apollo core now, but if we try we basically have to use the access tuner on this computer here. But the problem is, if we, I'll show you, if we try using it to hack it, we're not going to be able to, because we're not going to have enough time. So, yeah, so basically now our objective update is we actually don't have to do that. You already know that we have to go into these events. We have to basically play these little mini games to reduce Apollo's security. So it gives us more time with the access tuner to be able to hack through it. So we're just going to do this first one here. Kind of have to time it right for this one with the buttons. It's not too bad. And we're going to do the other one. Just make sure you hit the buttons. If you don't hit the button down here, it won't let you interact with these to use them.
Should make the job easier.
Yeah, so now we can go back over there and use the access tuner on the computer. And I wanted to add with those Super Joes, obviously they're a lot tougher, they have more health than regular androids. And stun baton charges, EMP mines, those don't work against them, they're not effective. So like I said, don't even bother trying to use those against them. They do work against regular working Joes, but not the Super Joe ones that we encountered there with the orange hazmat suits. But like I said, we're going to be getting a weapon in the next mission. It's called the bolt gun. We're going to be able to use to, that's going to be really effective against them. So, anyways, just going to hack this now. And now basically we got to consult with Apollo here. So we just have to wait for this to get all set up. We're going to end up being able to go through right here, I believe. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit, not too long.
the hell? Two days after we left? You're kidding me. Sons of bitches! It isn't on the damn station. What? Fuck.
Okay, so we just finished consulting with Apollo there, and now our objective is to investigate the central reactor. And we're just about at the end of mission 13 here. It's pretty short, not too difficult as long as you're able to, you know, have a way of getting past these androids, or Super Joes, I like to call them, in the orange hazmat suits. Anyways, yeah, we're going to be encountering more of them here in the next mission as well. So, that's not the end of them. There are going to be more of them. But anyways, once we hit this to engineering, that's pretty much going to be the end of this mission. And I guess since this one's pretty short, I can probably just do the next mission too. Since, yeah, I felt like that was pretty short. I did the same thing with earlier in the game. There's going to be about to be some dialogue here, so I'll...
You're on comms here, Ricardo.
I'm hearing. What's the news?
Apollo's running alien Yutani protocols.
It's what?
Citizens see alien Yutani are in control of Apollo now. It's refusing to lift the lockdown. It says there's something up with the reactor.
You're from the company. Tell it you don't give a shit and to do what you say.
Sorry, Ricardo, but I'm small fry. Me, Samuels, Taylor, we all are. Guess if we amounted to anything, Apollo wouldn't be so ready to see us killed.
So, like I said, I did it earlier. I did 2 missions and then that was bad. I was doing mission 7 and 8. Because I did 7 and I took about mission 7, I took maybe like a half hour or so, and I thought, well, maybe I can just do it really quick. I don't want to instances. Even though I could have probably pushing it 9 to 1 video. And that really would have only added up to like a half hour at most, but yeah, it is what it is. I thought it was best to put more of those missions kind of like a separate one, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Anyways, we're gonna get through here. We have to like activate that machine over there with the maintenance jack, and then we have to activate this train. I have to like restart this generator. If we do that, this is gonna move here. It's gonna section. We're gonna have to go through there and get through that door. I'll probably just gonna have to put the border here.
Something weird's happening. Synthetics are on the fritz, so I found some guys to help me out. I sent one of them into a manufacturing room, but he never came out. Every door's locked, and he sure as hell couldn't fit through the air vent without a fight. We don't know what to do. It doesn't seem right to keep working without looking for him, but there's nowhere to look. Our shift's over soon. I'll report the incidents and raids in the marshals.
Please vacate area. Engineering access.
Just crap a little bit here. I'm able to get rid of some scrap. Alright, I suggest having EMP mines out here. That's something we didn't have to give away and turn in. We went through the security system back in the previous mission. So there's going to be an android in here, and you're going to see a security cam and everything. What I like to do is I just like to give away my position here. just attracts the android attention. It's going to be a regular android. It's not one of those super Joes. Simply throw an MP9 at him and they'll melee the shit out of him until he's dead. And then after that, there's no threat. I mean, with security cameras, it sees you, it'll go off. But that android I just took out with an EMP mine, or by using an EMP mine on him, like that's like he was the only threat in this like whole room. So now we just kind of get to, run around and not have to worry about him coming after us. So it's a lot easier to do it that way. I mean, it's possible to just kind of sneak by him and, sneak through here without him seeing you, but it's just a lot harder to do it that way. I just find it so much simpler to just use an EMP mine. You also notice that I did have a stun baton charge, and while the stun baton charge does work on the regular androids, I only have one, and I wanted to save it for later, so one of the later missions. Anyways, we have to get to right here, and now we're going to be getting the ion torch upgrade. So that's the highest we're going to get with that. So now that we have the ion torch, it's the last one we're going to get, and it pretty much cuts the fastest through panels, which is really nice. And there's going to be areas like doors that we couldn't access earlier that required the ion torch, and we'll eventually be able to go back to those. And I'm kind of debating on whether I should or not. It's not going to be in this mission or the next one. It'll be in mission 16, where you'll have an opportunity to be able to kind of backtrack and and to get back to some of those doors you couldn't open or get to before. I have to figure out if I want to do that or not. I think it really will just depend on if I have enough, like where am I on resources and such. Like if I have a good amount of items crafted and resources, I don't think I'm going to, but if I can use some of my practice some of those areas. Anyways, I'll cut this panel. Just cut this panel open here, and we're going to go through the vent. That's why I recommended saving 2 EMP mines, because once we go through this vent, there's going to be like another room. It's going to be a pretty big room with another android in it, and it's just going to be another regular one. So we're easily just going to be able to take him out with another EMP mine, so then he's not a problem. And we're able to just freely just roam around and collect items and do what we're supposed to do. So, like I said, I just like to give myself away here. Like I said, it's totally possible to do this without. I can't pick that up from here.
What are you doing
It's
here?
totally possible to do this without androids and not being seen. But I just find that it's more complicated. It's harder to do, and I just feel like it saves a lot of time. It's just so much simpler if you just take them out and just save at least 2 EMP mines. I mean, if you have an extra stun baton charge that you could use on one of them, you can do that too. But just take advantage of the EMP mines, since we were given 3 of them that were already crafted back in mission 12. And same thing with the Molotovs, which I'm full of Molotovs now. It'll come in handy here a little later in this mission, as we'll find out. And and obviously for anyone who's already played this game and have watched other people play, you know what's coming. But I guess for anyone that hasn't played, I'll try my best not to like spoil anything for you. But anyways, we have to like use the maintenance jack on these machines that we've been interacting with. There's another one there that kind of went by. So we just have to power up these machines here basically with the maintenance jack. And that was the last one. I had to do 3 of them. We can't access this door right now. End up going back to that one. Maybe I might, but have to get an upgrade for that access to it, which will be in the next mission. Probably not going to backtrack it so it's going to lift, activating, starting up, we're going to lift this vehicle up, and now we got to go into this floor. We're just going to go through here. Nice to have the flashlight on, so we're actually able to see. It's pretty dark if you don't, so anyways, just going to crawl through here. Eventually, when we get to the end here, there's going to be a ladder, as you see on the left side, so we're just going to go up that. And now we're going to be getting to a hallway, kind of. You can open this up if you want. This is basically, you know, it's going to lead to the room that we were just in. That big room. So I'm gonna open that up, and it's basically just not a shortcut. I guess maybe there's something you missed, like an item or something. You can always just go back through there. But I'm pretty sure I looked around everywhere and got everything. That was there. So, anyways, I'm just gonna check. Can't craft do anything with Molotovs. I'm just trying to see if I can commit anything. Because once again, I'm full on scrap. So it gives you a good amount of scrap on Nightmare, but then it's like when you're full on scrap, it comes down to whether or not you have all the items required, like to be able to craft, you know, like the resources that you need to craft items, you know, like noise makers or, you know, like flashbangs, smoke bombs. But more so with the big ones, like the pipe bombs, Molotovs, EMP mines. But anyways, I'm going to go through here. There's going to be a door here, and we actually need to go in here. This part can be kind of tricky because there's actually a Super Joe in here. And that room he's kind of coming out of, we actually need to get in there. So I'm trying to think how I could deal with him, because like I said, I don't have one crafted, but if we did try to use like an EMP mine against him, it won't work. It won't do anything. I do have a stun baton charge, but as I mentioned earlier, those don't work against them either. Only against the regular ones. I might have to just be patient here. I'm probably going to end up using something like a distraction to just get him out of there. Because we need to get into like a small room where a terminal is. Maybe I'll just throw this and see if it attracts his attention. Not going to use a flashbang for anything else really, other than a distraction for, you know, for whatever else. I don't know if you heard that or not. So it looks like I just wasted that. I was hoping maybe he would hear it. Oh, that sucks. I don't think he didn't hear that. Alright, I mean, flashbangs are pretty useless anyways. They're not really good for anything other than, like, distractions, but that's really it. Maybe I can just stay crouched here, and he'll kind of go back and forth in and out of that room. And we need to be able to get into that room there, and where that terminal is. Sometimes just have to be a little patient. I'm just wondering if I should just throw... I mean, I could use a noise maker, but I might just wait for him to walk out of the room, since I already wasted a flashbang. I could have used that as a distraction if I was like in here, in this room, so I just don't don't want him to see me here. I wish he would hurry up though and walk out of the room. And okay, he's finally going that way. Oh, don't turn around. He's not gonna turn around, is he?
Tomorrow, together.
Okay, good. I thought he was maybe gonna turn around. Anyways, there's a new weapon here.
This could really do some damage.
This is the bolt gun. This is the weapon that's basically effective against them. And I can maybe show you how it works here. Sometimes I like to save the bullet. I mean, I have 2 shots. I gotta get on this terminal real fast. Hopefully he doesn't come back and see me and start attacking me. You need the shutter's code, which is 6832, because we gotta get through there. So we're gonna open those up, and then, okay, well, I can show you how it works now, since he sees me. You have to hold it down and wait for it to be charged up, stay still, and right for his head, and it'll kill him. So, 1 shot. It'll always be a 1-hit kill, or a 1-shot kill if you hit them in the head, like that right there, like I just did. And really, with that, you have to like make sure that like you're staying still, and that you're not like, you know, moving the analog stick or anything. Because if you do that, it could miss him, or it could hit him somewhere else that's not in the head, and then it won't really do anything to him. It's only effective when you actually hit them in the head with it. So, anyways, I'm gonna get through here. I'm gonna take this elevator up here. I have to call it first, so I've just gotta wait on that. And then we're pretty much gonna be just about at the reactor core. So we're just gonna take this.
Ricardo, you ever been to the reactor?
Never took part at all.
I did some training one. Seems like a lifetime ago.
So anyways, just waiting for this elevator to go down, and when this opens, we're gonna be in this room here. And of course there has to be more scrap that I'm not able to pick up, because I'm full on scrap and I can't craft anything. There's a tape recorder here I'll play.
What? It had its back to me, walking down a corridor like it was the most natural thing in the world. I hid, but when I looked up, it wasn't there. I think it went into the floor, maybe the ceiling. Sevastopol's a maze. Could be living anywhere. This must be what the marshals are chasing. This shouldn't have been kept from me. Chief out.
So anyways, once we get to this ladder here, we're pretty much going to be getting our shotgun and revolver back. I'm wondering if anybody thinks or would ask the same thing. I'm curious myself. I know it's a game, but I'm just wondering, like, how did those end up there, just in front of the ladder? It just, I don't know, it doesn't really seem to make sense. We gave it up to, you know, in order to get through the security when we were heading for the Apollo core, and all of a sudden they just end up there, you know, just leaning in front of the ladder. I don't know, it's just weird. There's no explanation for it. Anyways, we got them back, so
I'm at the top of the reactor core, Ricardo.
See anything yet?
Nothing. Got some androids, core control systems, business as usual. I'm gonna have to explore the lower level.
Should be an elevator down somewhere.
okay, so we basically have to descend to the base of the reactor, and we're supposed to take this elevator. If you go down there too soon, that started from over there on that platform. That way, too soon. Try to stay on the target. first before we're able to get we need to go. Central reactor core.
God, no.
Alright, so we're gonna get the flamethrower back here. I don't know how it ended up down here, but it did anyways for whatever reason. No explanation for that either.
Ricardo, they're all here. Everyone that's missing. Everyone. They're trapped in some kind of nest. There are eggs. It's like a farm.
Shit. Just get out of there. Now!
Okay,
I'll have to restore power to the platform from the conduits down here.
so this is the nest. Basically, can I remind you, I guess from, if you watched the second Aliens film back in 1986, there was something like this, and I guess in the original Alien film, the alien that was on board the Nostromo kind of made a bit of a nest too, with eggs and such. But yeah, this is the nest, and all along there wasn't just one alien. There were more of them all along that basically made a nest down here. That one alien, I don't know how it works exactly, but one alien was basically able to, I guess, breed and be able to make like more eggs and more aliens and such. And this is where a lot of the people ended up at. Yeah, so anyways, there's no threat right now. We're actually good for it right now. It's worth searching these bodies that are like hanging up like against the walls. Some of them will potentially have items, and then others won't. Most of them won't. But I still like to search them anyways, just in case. So yeah, there's this is going to be our first encounter with a face hugger here. You hear that shriek, you see it coming. With the revolver point, and I ended up using the maintenance deck because apparently I can't hit shit with the revolver. It's really tough to kill those with the revolver. It's just like this really small. It's not as like good like that's the shotgun. It sprays better, I guess. I use the shotgun to take those two eggs out because if you don't get close enough to them, and then they'll basically hatch open and face huggers will come out of them. There's one face hugger in each egg that's like unhatched. But you have to kill them because if you don't kill them, then they're gonna latch onto your face basically, and then it's game over. You have to kind of restart from your previous save. Anyways, there is no threat here at the moment except for those face huggers. board here. And you basically have to pull this lever on this side, and then we're going to pull this one down on the other side, and then that's all we got to do in here. So that was the easy part. So yeah, first encounter with face huggers. So now we're going to go back here. And I'm going to say this is definitely one of the hardest.
Calm down, Ricardo. This isn't good.
So yeah, that alien is always scripted to walk past there. So we're good to basically save it. But yeah, I would say this is definitely one of the hardest parts, sections of the game. I mean, this whole mission, I mean, once you get to this section of the nest, it's pretty difficult, especially if you don't know where you're going exactly. Sometimes I'm able to get through this without dying at all. You know, I'm playing on Nightmare, other times I'm not able to at all. It might take a little bit, it just depends. I do like to try to search for some supplies. What I do is there's an unhatched egg there, you have to take it out. And what I like to do is I like to walk and go into this little vent here. That's going to make an alien drop down. And this isn't a problem for the first face hugger you encountered in that first room we ran when we encountered that first one that was coming towards us. But after like that first round, when you kill that first face hugger and the other two eggs that were unhatched, after that, like, it's pretty much gonna be the complete opposite. Because if they hear a noise, you can kill them with like the flamethrower, the revolver, the shotgun. You know, for ones that are out already, like hatched, and even for ones that are unhatched that I took out there, like they're gonna drop down and investigate it. So that's why it's important to make sure you crawl into the hole here. The good thing about going into these, hiding in them, the alien, or aliens, because there's technically more than one of them now. They can't get through here. They can't crawl through here and get you. The only way they can get you is if you're close enough to them. Like if you're close enough to like the outside of it, I'll be able to grab you. Anyway, try to go for it here. I just heard a hiss, like one of the aliens saw me, but let's just search over here for some supplies and then have to get rid of some scrap and some components. Can free up some space. And trying to use the motion tracker in here is pretty much I got really lucky. I don't know how I didn't get grabbed there before I got in here. I got super lucky. Honestly, I should have died there. Because he basically had like every opportunity to grab me before I went crawling back in here again. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I'm not complaining, but anyways, try to go out this side. But yeah, it's nice they can't get into those. So it's basically like a safe zone. I'll go up here and search this dead body. Nothing in it, but sometimes you'll find an item or so up here. One off from a pipe bomb. gonna hold out a Molotov for right now. You really like to stay crouched down here too. And you can also walk, but it's best to stay crouched. It's the most quiet. Anyway, we have to circle around here, kind of this like curve. And there's gonna be another face hugger we have to kill. Oh, actually I ended up hitting him with the first shot. I'm gonna run back. There's an alien coming back down. I'm gonna just bust ourselves back into this. But yeah, I feel like this whole section where we're in the nest would be, I guess, a lot easier if it wasn't for those face huggers. Because like, if it wasn't for them, it would just be aliens, right? But whatever ones drop down and walk around. But like for the face huggers, like, you have to kill them because some of them are already out of like unhatched, and basically they see you and they shriek, and you'd have to kill them, and they're gonna kill you. Like, smash you on your face, and you have to restart from the previous save. It sucks, but I don't know how it is. There's gonna be a couple of loose ones that are already unhatched, or hatched, but they're already out of their eggs. And a couple like of unhatched ones that are still closed. Like this that has one right here already. Anyway, it's kind of confusing a little bit. I mean, I'm sure you know what I mean still. Anyways, hoping to kind of get through here. And to try to sneak. I like to use a shotgun playing through the vent. You can use the flamethrower too, but I really like to save that for the alien or aliens. Now technically, because there's more than one of them at this point. But if there's 10 missions or so before we like jettisoned that first one, or well, technically Waits did that, but it was really just one alien at the time. But then afterwards, we got down here and we find out, well, there was more than one all along. So, yeah, changes a lot of things. But anyways, this room here that I got into, you don't actually have to go in here. Usually there'll be some items. This is a safe zone too, where they can't, like the aliens, they can't like drop down into that room and get you. So it's like a safe zone, like these little floor vents. So because there's no vents in there for them to drop down in. So, which is pretty nice. So it makes this somewhat more, I guess you say, manageable. I guess in a way. I guess I could use. I like to go over there and try to look for items. So it's gonna make the alien drop down again. You don't have to do any of this that I'm doing. It's totally optional, but I just like to search for items wherever I can, get them at. Obviously, it makes this take a whole lot longer. I'm always willing to do, especially at night when these items scarce and harder to come by. It would suck though if I end up getting killed by one of them. Back up, drop down. where I need to go to, or where I'm trying to get to. But yeah, the motion tracker is useless in here because there are going to be blips all over all over it. Like, so it's like, there's really no purpose. I'm trying to use it. Down again. I kind of just have to wait until I see it. So I just walk by there. Basically, just have to wait until I'm kind of in the clear. It's either another area or in the vents. One or the other would be great. Maybe you can find stuff like, some items and scrap, and so I always try to find it worth it, kind of search around a little bit. Like I said, it's risky. Because trying to search for items when you're exposed, with aliens down here, and one that just takes one for one to drop down and get invested, catch you off guard, something, which has happened to me before, but it really sucks when it does, because then, especially at this point, where I'm at, you're going to have to redo a little bit. And then I'll just go right back up in the vents. It's weird how the alien AI works sometimes. So it's just like it's in the vents, it drops down, and then it just goes right back up. Try to make a go for it here, but I don't know if this is a good idea. And I gotta try. There's a vent there, so be careful. Just have to stay crouched. There is a safe station up here on the right. Just switched my body had a ton of speed. Try to save it real quick here. Hopefully I don't get killed before I'm able to. So yeah, I believe it's 2 aliens that are like aggressive down here. That can like kill you, basically. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know it's more than one at this point. Like I said, for like the first 10 missions or so, for like the first half of the game, it's that one, and then we get through the last couple missions where we're just dealing with the androids, and all of a sudden now we go down here in mission 14, the nest, and everything, so it's like, so it's definitely more than one. We had to interact with that keyboard, but there's no power, so basically we gotta go for a generator that's gonna be down here. We basically have to like restart it. Switch his body here really quick. Trying to figure out, you gotta use something to take out the revolver. Take a couple shots though, but the revolver's not much good for anything else at this point, so. It's kind of like another room, like a safe haven, basically, where no aliens can get you. Usually there's some items there, like a flare and a sensor, which is nice. That's the generator we have to like restart power in order for us to be able to interact with that keyboard. So we're just gonna do that. Now we're in here. So yeah, it's nice, like those 4 vents and this room and that other one, and going through one of these, but aliens, like, they can't get you, which is just like I it's basically just like a safe haven. So, and that's what I found to be, it kind of makes this easier, I guess at least more manageable. But as I mentioned a little earlier, there have been times where I've been able to get through this whole section in the nest without dying at all. And other times, there would be, other times I would just die like multiple times. Usually to one of the facehuggers or one of the aliens. It's usually one or the other. And that's really all that can get you down here. Anyways, once I interacted with the keyboard, we have to do what we did earlier, kind of where we have to interact with those, we have to pull those switches down there. So just need to get to that. It's tricky because there's an alien right there, kind of just walking around patrolling the area at the moment. So it can be kind of tricky. I mean, I could use like a distraction or something, but I could try using a smoke bomb. I know smoke bombs I've mentioned, they aren't very useful, and they're really not that useful, but I think for here, one of them could come in handy, because throw it down, basically kind of shield you, like, so there's going to be smoke all around you. It's like, I don't think they can really see through it very well. And I guess they technically can't really like, spot you unless if they're like right next to you. Just wait here and see if this one will go back up in the vents. I see one at the moment, but the motion tracker is just I just heard him drop down again though, so I'm trying to see if maybe. Shit. Nope, you didn't see nothing. Nope. It's best to like, it's good to hide in here. It's best to like hide like behind this wall here, like right next to the entryway, because he could like back into this corner, kind of like those windows. But the problem is, it's like happened to me before. That one of the aliens, like that one, where they're kind of like looking in this direction. And I was actually killed. Because I don't know if it was just one time, it might have been more than once. Usually something that doesn't happen often, but I like to just try to stay like kind of behind the wall here, near like the entryway where this door is, kind of, even though there's no door in this, just kind of an entry. I'm gonna just try this. I'm not gonna lose much progress. I might just use the other one as well. Might save me. If not, I'll just try again. Alright. I'm just gonna use that on you and just gonna get like a pause screen while I'm doing this. I don't think that works on. If I'm playing on my iPad, I have played it like on PlayStation before, like PlayStation 3, 4, and even 5 now, but iPad and Xbox controller. Actually works really well on here. Download it from the App Store and it's pretty nice. There's gonna be a facehugger here, I'll go back this way. Pretty much backward. Came from, since we pretty much, I guess, overloaded the reactor core, I guess. I'm trying to fit, because there's going to be a face hugger here. And then I guess I could use another. sure. Going back into this room, because sometimes if I go that way, like to the left, there'd be a vent there. Sometimes I think one time an alien got me because it was just like waiting up there for me. I didn't notice it. I have to be careful. We're not quite in the clear yet, but we're just about there with this. There's like a vent around here. Usually one more alien is going to drop down and try to, you know, get you and kill you. I'm trying to debate if I should try to use another Molotov or... But he don't even see me though. Usually he'll see you when he drops down there. I mean, I could just use like a distraction. If I just toss that, then I won't have to use anything on him to... Alright. That's it for the nest. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, that could definitely be one of the hardest parts, sections in the game, I would say. Anyways, there's gonna be some dialogue here. Coming.
Ricardo, I can destroy the nest.
Ripley, you've put yourself in enough danger today.
I can power up all the cores, overload them, and then initiate a reactor purge. It'll destroy everything down there.
I'm not trying to persuade you out of this, Rick. I'd just like it if you didn't die.
This is what's gonna happen. There are emergency overflow circuits that feed excess power into the local capacitor banks on each tower. If I decouple them and discharge the system, the purge will be external. The nest is right in harm's way.
I have no clue what you just said.
Just find something to hold on to.
Without killing them, but I just find it to be a lot easier. To kill. Shoot, yeah, this isn't good. Could just that didn't kill him? Oh my god. Wow. we do, we're going to be dropping down into
Awaiting confirmation from Control Station Gamma. All synthetic and non-synthetic life, please move to a safe distance.
I'm about to purge the nest. Hang tight.
Alright, now we're about to basically
Hazard level maintained at Omega. Multiple unregistered life forms detected throughout Sevastopol. Power levels throughout Sevastopol compromised.
There's still some on the station. Shit. I'm sorry, Ricardo.
Just get back to the Marshal Bureau, Rick. Please.
Well, that sucks. So basically, a bunch of them escaped before the nest was purged. I was hoping to be able to wipe all of them out
Wait,
doing that.
Rick, something weird's happening.
You think?
I need you to get to medical. Now. The reactor purge. It's resetting systems across Sevastopol. Lights, transit, maybe even communications. I think this is our big chance. Just go. Now. We might not have much time. I'm heading down to comms.
Okay, so now we gotta go to the San Cristobal Medical Facility again. It's pretty much where we were back in missions 5 and 6. We can actually get back through here with the ion torch. Cut the panel to get through this door. It's like some scrap. It was either there earlier because I wasn't able to pick it up, or it just respawned there, which it will do that for items in certain areas. Anyways, just have to look around in here a bit before head to the transit. It's going to be right up the stairs. I'm going to search this one. But this is pretty much the end of the mission, or mission 14, so just going to search all these crates here. I'm going to check the other side real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I did, though. There's a save station. I'll hold off to save right now until I search for some scrap. Charge packs, yeah, they'll give you some items around there. Usually like an item or two. Alright, anyway, I think that's it. I'll call this. This is the one we need to call because this is going to take us back to the medical area that we need to go to. I'm just going to save it here. And like I said, we're pretty much at the end of this mission. I did 2 missions in one video because 13 is pretty short. And as long as you don't have too much trouble getting past those Super Joes, we're not really going to be encountering them. Those types much more. I think there's going to be at least, for the Super Joes, there's going to be at least, I know there's going to be one in this next mission, one part, and then I think there's there's one in mission 15 that's coming here, and then there's one in mission 16, and there'll be one in mission 17, and I think that's it after that. Anyways, I'm going to take this to the medical tower. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this mission. So, yeah, it can be pretty difficult. I'm going to try to pause it here as it's auto-saving, because I get an auto-save there. And yeah, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, 2 missions in 1 video. Yeah, the 14. We just did mission 14. Now 14, yeah, it can be pretty tough. You know, like those first couple of rounds, like with the ones with the regular androids in them, they're really not a problem as long as you have something to deal with them, which is why I said that back in mission 12 to try to save at least 2 EMP mines that you get from that one room where it gives you all those supplies. Like it gives you the 3 Molotovs, the 3 EMP mines, like a med kit, and you know, like flashlight batteries and such. So I was saying it was best to save those, because to deal with those 2 androids, regular androids in those 2 different rooms. Obviously with that Super Joe, I was able to, thought it was best to demonstrate the bolt gun by taking him out once we grabbed it. And after that, I mean, and it was the nest, which, I mean, that arguably can definitely be the hardest part in the game, or the hardest section in the game. I say more so if like you don't really know where you're going exactly or what you're supposed to do. I do think it makes it more difficult, or it is technically considered difficult because of the face huggers and such, but and then technically there's more than one alien. That is, like, I guess considered like a threat to you, but and that could just, you know, straight up kill you. But yeah, I didn't have too much problems down there actually. Didn't die once, I don't think. So that was good. But really the section that gave me problems was just going back up, you know. After we were done with the nest, it was those androids. I mean, I missed one of the bolt gun shots, and I ran out of ammo on the shotgun and even like the revolver, so I got screwed over a bit there, but I was still able to make it work. I ended up using that 1 pipe bomb I had crafted and the 3 Molotovs I had crafted, which was really just a waste. I feel like that really messed me up good. Usually that never happens. It never goes down like that the way it did in this video, but it is what it is. I can hopefully be able to make up for it and get some of that back. If by backtracking here, we'll be able to in mission 16. We'll be able to go back to some of those rooms we couldn't get to before. Anyways, that's it here. In the next video, we'll start mission 15. And thank you for anyone watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.